I suppose we got a big weekend of fights. ESPN been pubbing the shit out of it. You know what I mean? And basically what we got is the state high school champions versus Alabama tomorrow night. For the main event, at least. The undercard, Danny Garcia, Lucas Matthysse. This is the fight that I'm more interested to see, you know. The Mayweather-Canelo can give me more shock value because if Canelo is able to make the fight interesting, I'll be shocked. But between Garcia and Matthysse, there's nothing really in that fight that can surprise me. But I think that anything that happens in the fight will be very interesting and intriguing to me. Right now, prediction-wise, I'm leaning toward Danny Garcia for this reason here. Lucas Matthysse has been a knockout artist. Some guys are good at certain things, you know. In baseball, some guys are good at hitting the long ball. Some guys are good at defense. Basketball, some guys are good at three-point shooting. Can't dribble worth a shit. You know, can't play no defense. Football, you know. Tom Brady can throw the ball like a motherfucker. But you ask him to get out of the way or run for a first down, man, you might be hit. So, Matthysse is a pretty good knockout artist, meaning that he seems to have pretty good power. But pretty good power ain't shit for a dude with a good chin. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like how they say good pitching beats good hitting. I mean, having good power is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing. But if he can't knock out Danny, I don't think that he can win a fight with Danny. You know, I don't believe that Matthysse is a crafty enough, slick enough boxer to win a decision if he can't knock out Danny. And I don't believe Danny will get knocked out. I believe Danny has a good chin. I believe that Danny is a pretty, a very capable junior welterweight, being that I think that he gets down to weight pretty good where he can take welterweight punches. You know, if Danny was to balloon up to maybe junior middleweight, you know, Canelo's fake division, he might get knocked out by some of those guys if he was to step in there with like a K9 or a Angulo or something like that. Those guys may knock out Danny, but I don't think that true 140-pound fighters would knock Danny out, no matter how much power they have. I think, I just believe that Danny has a pretty good beard on him. And I don't believe that Matthysse would get knocked out either. But I think that at the end of the day, the 12th round bell will ring and Danny will have his hand raised. And the reason that I believe that is this. I know Danny has flaws. He throws Cheerios, those circling, wide, looping ass punches. I call them Cheerios. Throwing punches in circles instead of straight. Just a little bit of a curve. He throws straight up circles. So I call those punches Cheerios. And I know it looks awful. It looks absolutely horrendous when you're watching it. But when you're watching it, it seems to have a level of effectiveness, and you're like, how the fuck is this dude landing these punches? And until I see a good fighter adjust to it, I believe still to this day that Zab Judah, skill-wise, technically, is a very proficient boxer. You know, Zab lacks something that takes or makes a good boxer great. But Zab has all the attributes for a great fighter. Decent power, very good speed, athleticism, movement, pretty decent defense. But it's something in him that he lacks that makes him a great fighter. He's a really good fighter, but not a great fighter. And Danny was able to beat a really good fighter convincingly. And I don't think that Matthysse is as good a fighter as Zab Judah. Now, don't get it twisted. Matthysse has a great equalizer, which is power. But as I stated, when you step up to elite level competition, that power is that much less effective because great fighters have great chins, you know? So that's why I'm picking Danny. I believe Danny will win this fight, and you know, but I won't be surprised if Matthysse wins. I will be surprised if Canelo makes the fight even somewhat competitive. I'll be shocked, you know. If Mayweather doesn't win anything short of 10 rounds to 2, I'll be surprised. And that's all I got to say about that fight. Ishe Smith, Carlos Molina. Very interesting fight. Due to the fact that they have similar mannerisms. Not styles, but they have similar mannerisms or behaviors as boxers. I don't expect either guy to get knocked out, of course, and I'm sure many agree with me on this. But I expect Carlos Molina to be busy, very busy. And I expect Ishe Smith to try and do a, shall I say, a Devin Alexander and try and be very proficient behind the jab to keep the action down or to keep Carlos Molina off of him. I'm not sure whose will be imposed on the other. But I am picking Ishe Smith to win this fight based on his ability to impose his will on Carlos Molina. He's not a power puncher, but he does have athleticism, which allows him to move well inside the ring and throw a nice volume of punches to keep Molina off of him. I'm not sure who's on the other fight. I just can't even remember right now. But on this last side note that I want to touch on is this. I'm sure that there have been others who have talked on this, and I even discussed this on a program that everybody who listens to this video, check out the Boxing Voice. I've been fucking with them for a while. You know, a while back, I thought the show was way too long. You know, I really couldn't fuck with it for real. But it just grew on me, and you know, I can listen to the, you know, I can't wait to get through the whole 2.5, 3 hour broadcast now. You know, I put the podcast on, and when I'm at the crib doing dishes or, you know, washing clothes, whatever the hell I gotta do, you know, that's kind of the best time, you know what I'm saying, when I have, you know, time to myself or whatnot. But my thing is this. So we all understand that, or we have knowledge that Lucas Matthysse and Lamont Peterson fought at a contractual weight. Not necessarily, you can't call it a catch weight. A contractual weight of 141 pounds. For what reason? It doesn't make sense. We've never heard of either guy having trouble making weight. And I'm assuming that Peterson's next fight will be at 140 pounds because Lucas Matthyse's fight is at 140 pounds. So I don't believe that it was an issue with making weight. So you get 240 pounders who fight at a contractual, not catch weight, and a contractual weight of 141 pounds, knowingly, so Peterson can keep his title. And not so surprising to everybody that Peterson gets stunningly knocked out, right? And it sets up this big, huge fight with Danny Garcia. And somehow, some way, a fight that we were all expecting to be a Showtime main event in the near future fucks around and lands on the undercard of Mayweather Canelo. Is this coincidence? No, not at all. And this is what I'm talking about. When you take the two best high school teams in your county or your city, and then you go tell them motherfuckers to go play Alabama Crimson Tide, they're going to make Danny Garcia a star off of beating Lucas Matisse, who was pumped up because he beat Lamont Peterson. But if you look at the writing on the wall, it was already there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right. You make sure you get your ass knocked out. But what we'll do, we'll let you keep your title. So the next time you do fight, it'll be for a title. We can put more hype on it. We can put more prestige on it, even though you lost your last fight. That's some bullshit. The writing's on the wall. Golden Boy's setting this shit up already. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to end my video off like I've been ending a lot of my videos off late. These bitch-ass welterweights better quit ducking my boy one time. Because right now, to me and for me, the only fight that matters. And I know people gonna clown on my ass, but Floyd Mayweather versus one time Keith Thurman. Holla at your boy, Lalo.